What's up everyone, Adam from FWCI Collector's Edition, and today we're going to unbox my hometown man, Bronson Reed Series 108 from WWE Elite, line from Mattel. This one has true effects, lifelike details. It does it now. Well, let's do the review and see if that's actually true. Please make sure you do subscribe here on FWCI Collector's Edition. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. That's the current goal. Please help me get there, I beg of you. Having a look at the packaging of big Bronson Reed, we've got a little bit of a thing written on the back. Let's have a look. It says, "Sooner or later, everyone sits down to a banquet of consequences, and when that time comes, nobody can escape. Big Bronson Reed." Ooh. Career highlights: NXT North American Champion from Black Forest, South Australia. Let's quickly talk about Black Forest. It sounds like a dangerous, scary place where, you know, everybody is baptized in fire and, you know, shit just goes down all the time. It's a humble suburb just outside of a small Australian capital city, and all I remember about Black Forest is they have a basketball stadium, and I think there was like a charcoal chicken takeaway place and a Video Easy. I think that was there. I might be thinking of a different place. The fact is, Black Forest is not a scary place. It's just a regular ass suburb, and I love the fact that they've latched onto it for his WWE run. Speaking of which, how much of a shame is it that Grayson Waller was not allowed to continue being billed from Summer Bay, New South Wales? They made him stop doing it. I think that sucks, because that was hilarious. So the packaging on these ones, I'll quickly whiz through it. You got a big spot here. You can get a signature on there. I think that's good. A lot of people don't like this packaging. I think they're wrong. I think it's actually pretty decent. With that being said, I also take things out of the packaging so I don't have to look at this for like years to come. Maybe you do, and maybe that's a deal breaker, but that's my opinion on it. So Bronson Reed used to go by the name Jonah Rock when he was wrestling in South Australia. I never actually got to see him wrestle in person, but I do remember his name always being advertised in the main event of, I guess it was Riot City Wrestling. Is that the one that was there in South Australia? But Bronson Reed is a great name, and I always wonder, is that a reference to Chopper, Mark Chopper Reed? I have a very strong feeling it might be. Ooh, I think I've made a terrible mistake. So I bought two of these, one to rock, one to stock, but the jackets for both of them, the jacket's this kind of like, it's almost sticky feeling. It's like a shiny thing on it, but it kind of sticks to your fingers a little bit, and I think as a result, it kind of sticks to itself. The jacket in each of them was kind of crooked in a different way. I mean, this one looks better now that I've got it out of the box, but just a heads up on that. Make sure you get one with a good jacket if you are buying it on shelves. Good jacket, check. First impressions unboxed though, other than how weirdly sticky this this robe is, that the jacket that he's wearing is that I really love it. I think the colors on this are amazing. I definitely knew that going in. That's why I was so hyped for this particular figure. Black, white, and green is a color scheme that I think always looks great together. And I don't know, I think I might just get rid of this jacket. I'm really not digging the jacket. It didn't store well in the box, and it's kind of, yeah, I don't know. It looks great, but something about the actual making of it, I'm not a fan of. Accessories wise, he just comes with two open hands doing the claw and two gripping hands. So pretty standard accessories, and obviously that sticky jacket. Let's have a look at the paintwork on here, and obviously he has got new tattoos since this figure came out, so looking forward to Bronson Reed round 3, Mattel. The paint application for Bronson Reed is always very interesting because there's so much real estate for him. It's a very big thing with a very thick design, so all the color, all the paint needs to be very consistent, and this looks pretty good. There's a little bit of, there's a white stain on the crotch. All right, I'm just gonna go right ahead and just get that out of the way right now. Tiny cum stain on his crotch, I think. But the rest of the paint on this looks fantastic. Like I say, the white is very, very crisp. Sometimes white doesn't really transfer well on top of other colors, so I'm not sure how they managed to do this one so well, but the white is very crisp, and then we've got that great skull and crossbones in the middle. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is the exact same head scan as the other one, just with a little bit of a different paint job on the beard. They look too similar to just say that they're probably different. I think they're the same head scan, just painted differently. Tattoos look great. Paintwork on this is top notch. Little tiny scuff on the thigh. So I don't know what's happening. He jizzed on himself and then he whacked his leg on something and now he's got a bruise. But he's big Bronson Reed. What are you going to do about it? So articulation, he does have double jointed pinned knees. He does have double jointed pinless arms, but he's wearing elbow pads, so you can't really see it. Then we got that big old ab crunch right in the middle, which is good. I like when you can get a little bit more life and movement out of these big action figures like this. I hate it when you get it and then it's just kind of a brick. So they got plenty of articulation in the torso, and the head spins around and, you know, it's normal Bronson Reed twisty head. The paint looks very consistent across all the different areas that are showing his skin, like the arms, the chest, the head, the legs. They all look the same. Sometimes you get these parts and they're all different colors. AEW figures are especially bad at that at times. But no, this one is pretty spot on with all the paint. Bronson Reed clears the Tarantino test. There's absolutely no question. Big, flat feet. The WWE figures always have great feet to be able to stand the figures up. Once you get them moving on top, then that's where things become a little bit more complex. But Bronson's feet are totally fine. Tarantino says... So my final thoughts on this Bronson Reed figure is that it looks fantastic. The paint is good. The jacket is just... There seems to be so many issues with that jacket. I just don't think it came out well. And I have no problem just putting him on the shelf exactly as is. El Natural, we'll say, with no jacket, just the green, white, and black attire that he comes with in the box. And the big open hands, that gives you a lot of like dynamic posing options as well. Is it shelf worthy? Yes. In fact, right now I don't have a designated Aussie wrestling shelf, and I usually do, but I've just had so many different figure sets. I got Power Rangers, I got Ninja Turtles, I got Superman and Krypto, I've got the Hawkeye people, I've got the Midnight Suns. Like, it's just too many different little collections. I had to put the Aussie wrestling toys on retirement, but I'll find somewhere for Bronson Reed, don't you worry. Hopefully I can get the jacket looking better. Maybe I don't even want to try and like iron it or flatten it out using heat, because it just feels like whatever it's made out of is just gonna melt immediately. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the Bronson Reed Elite 108 action figure from WWE and Mattel. Let me know your favorite Bronson Reed match down in the comments. For me, it's gotta be the cage match against Johnny Gargano. I've always been very fond of that particular match and that whole North American title reign. I think it's because when that reign came to an end and then he just got completely fired from the company for absolutely no reason. He was like on top at NXT, and then Vince just shit-canned him for no reason, and that was really the moment that I fell out of it with WWE. WrestleMania 40 was great, and it looks like WWE is on the right path, but man, there was a couple of years there. I was covering wrestling on my sports and gaming channel. I was doing it weekly. It was called World Wrestling Australia. I was just like talking about all the Aussies and all the highlights, and AEW was new and everything was exciting. And Vince just kept doing these mass cuts, and I just went, fuck you, Vince McMahon. And who got the last laugh, Vince? I did. I'm here doing what I like doing, and you're off somewhere with your like $700 million that you just took out in shares, which has got me worried that you're going to try and start another wrestling company, but that's a whole other story. Vince, just stay away from wrestling, please. Stay away from Bronson Reed, because the man is doing good work. But thanks for checking this video out, and as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your figs. See you in the next video. Peace.